Hello everyone, TimeToGrind here, and welcome to another The TTG show. Now, earlier this month, as I've talked about a little bit in a lot of my other videos, I got a Nintendo Switch. Now, I haven't had it for that long, not even a full month, because I got it near the middle of December, but it has just blown my mind, and so that's what I've wanted to talk about in today's episode, just how much I like the Switch and what things I like about it, and you know why I like it. It's pretty much just to gush on the Nintendo Switch. But pretty much when I first got the Nintendo Switch, I only had Super Mario Odyssey because, you know, the Switch itself was kind of expensive, so I didn't really have enough money to just, like, you know, splurge and get as many games as I've wanted. So I just had Super Mario Odyssey, and normally I'm not that big into, you know, single-player games. I really like competitive multiplayer games like CSGO or, you know, Overwatch when I liked it and stuff like that. And so I normally don't play very many single-player games, and in fact, every time I try to play a single-player game, I get a little far, and then I stop playing, and then like a couple months later, I'm like, you know, maybe I'll try another single-player game, and I'll try it, and I'll be like, oh, this game's fun, and then I never play it again, and that just kind of cycle continues. And Odyssey just blew me away, and so much so that I kept on playing it, even though I normally don't play single-player games, and I've been playing it way more than, you know, a lot of other games, even though I, you know, have the awesome PC I have, and the winter sale was happening. You know, I got a lot of stuff during the Steam winter sale, and a lot of stuff I'm playing, but I've just been playing my Switch so much. And recently I picked up Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and then the Mario vs. Rabbids, like kind of like XCOM-like game, and then a couple demos for some games, like for the Pokken or Pokken, however you pronounce it, that Pokemon fighting game, and like Puyo Tetris. So I've been playing it a lot, and one of the main reasons is a lot of people have always said, you know, the best way to game, I guess, you know, in quotation marks, because that's just an opinion, but is to have an awesome gaming PC and then have like a Nintendo product, just because of how awesome Nintendo is with, especially with their exclusives, and, you know, especially like not mobile, but handheld Nintendo products. So like the 3DS when it was out or whatever, because I had a Wii U, and you know, I bought it originally for Smash 4 just because me and my friends have been massive Smash fans forever, and we played 4 a lot until a lot of them actually moved to Melee, and I've played it. I mean, I think Melee is probably the best Smash game as well. Obviously, I just am not super big into fighting games, just for a couple different reasons. But after I stopped playing like Smash 4, I did not really touch my Wii. You know, I tried to get back into it. I tried to get like Mario Kart 8 because it was, you know, originally on the Wii U, and then I bought all the DLC for it. I just didn't play it a lot because I had it plugged into my monitor, you know, where my computer is, and it's like if I'm sitting down at my computer, you know, or at my desk, I'm most of the time going to want to play on the PC rather than, you know, on the Wii. And that's one thing that's just so great about the Nintendo Switch is how portable it is. You know, anytime, like, say, if I go over to a friend's house or whatever, I'll bring it over, or if, you know, I'm going, you know, it's really good if you're, like, in a long car ride, or, you know, you're on the train, or, you know, just stuff like that. You know, obviously I don't ride trains. But if I did, I would use it. You know, airplanes, stuff like that. It's just, you can bring it places. So it's a handheld device, and actually probably 95% of the time I've played my Nintendo Switch, it has been just in handheld mode, you know, on the move. And even, you know, like sitting on the couch or lying in my bed, you know, under my covers and everything, playing the Switch is so great. You know, I can even like lie down on my side. I'll like take the Joy-Cons out of the, you know, off of the screen. I'll prop the screen up sideways and then hold the Joy-Cons. That way I can just, it looks stupid, but I can just lie down on my side, and then the monitors are the screens on the side, and it's just so great. I can just play it wherever I want, even if that means in my house. And it's just, I haven't really, especially when, you know, you move to PC gaming, a lot of the time, unless you have a laptop, and a good laptop, you're going to be sitting at a desk or something. So I've kind of missed just being able to sit in my bed or on a couch playing games. And it's really great. And on top of all of that, just you know, the next game I need to get is Legend of Zelda, because I know that one Game of the Year, like almost across the board, people are saying it's the best Switch game ever, you know, all this kind of stuff, and that's the next one I'm gonna get. But as of right now, I just have, you know, Mario Kart 8, Mario Odyssey, and then the Mario vs. Rabbids, and all of those have been spectacular. You know, you might be asking like, oh, well, you had Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, you know, why didn't you play it or whatever? And it's honestly just because of the portability. You know, I'm actually finding myself like playing my Switch a lot of the times, even at my desk, you know, attached to my monitors, just because of how great the games are. But also just being able to play Mario Kart 8, you know, just at a friend's house, or, you know, just while you're driving, you know, or not obviously as you're driving, but if you're riding in a car, being able to play Mario Kart 8 is great. And I'm actually, like, just going all digital with it, so I'm not buying cards, you know, the little cartridges and everything. So for me, switching between games is just super fast, you know, so I play, you know, 30 minutes of Mario Kart 8, and I'm like, okay, you know, I think I want to play some Odyssey. Literally just close out of Mario Kart 8, open up Odyssey, and there you go. And they're all just, like, the thing is because, especially after playing Sun and Moon on the 3DS, the Pokemon Sun and Moon, the game was like so hand-holdy, like the entire game felt like a tutorial to me, so I just stopped playing and I kept trying to like go back to it and I just couldn't. And I don't know if the like tutorial is just super long, or if because the entire game felt like a tutorial to me. And so I was really worried that, you know, Nintendo was kind of just going super kid-friendly, you know, to the point where it's not even fun to play if you're not a kid. And obviously Nintendo is, you know, they do market a lot of their stuff towards younger audiences. That doesn't mean that, you know, older audiences can't enjoy them. But I was really scared going into it that a lot of the games were going to be like that. And so the first experience I had with it was Super Mario Odyssey. And, you know, a lot of the moons are very easy to find, and the game makes it easy where there's always going to be moons just that are super easy to get. That way, you know, the average, like, kid can progress through it. And, but the entire game, I mean, that game isn't really so much challenging as it is, like, the challenge is in exploration, because, like, I think I've talked about it a little bit before as well, but in Super Mario 64, a lot of the challenge was on doing specific things, and some of them were actually a little difficult. But in this, the challenge is just having to find all of the moons, because you can find just enough moons to progress, and then there you go. You go into the next world, just barely find enough moons to progress, there you go. But the real challenge is actually challenging yourself to find as many moons as you can. And you're like, oh, there's one more moon in this world, you know, I gotta find it. I gotta 100% this game or whatever. And obviously that's just the fun in it to me. You know, some people like just, you know, kind of breezing past it, just having a little casual Mario game to play. And they even have like a setting on where I think it's called, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a walkthrough mode where every time you fall, it just puts you back up and there's arrows pointing you where to go. And, you know, there was a big discussion around this when Cuphead came out. You know, just people were getting mad that other people, you know, didn't like how difficult it was or whatnot. And Nintendo, I think, has, you know, done very well, especially with these, because they allow the player to play the way they want. If you want to just breeze past it, you just want to have a fun casual game to not have to worry about, just play 64 and just get the minimum amount of moons and just keep on progressing. And, you know, if you want to just use the walkthrough mode or whatever, you know, I personally wouldn't find it fun, but a lot of people do, and so that's an option for you. You know, in Mario vs. Rabbids, there's before a lot of the battles, you can turn on easy mode, and it instantly heals all of your characters, and you get like 50% extra health. Am I using those things? No, because I have fun in having a little bit of a challenge. But for someone else that might enjoy it a different way, they got that. You know, in Mario Kart 8, it automatically starts with, I don't know what the settings are called, but it automatically starts with like 2 settings on for everyone that we actually didn't know about and we had to disable. But it was like auto acceleration, and then it kind of like turned for you a little bit. I mean, like, it was practically driving for you. So all you had to do was hold like the A button and you would go and it would do the turns and stuff for you. And was that fun for us? No, but we switched it off and there we go. I mean, we have a friend that's not the best at Mario Kart and he kept it on just because that was fun for him. And, you know, that's fine. And that's the thing. 3 out of 3 of the games I have on the Switch do that kind of thing, and I really appreciate it. You know, do I think the games maybe need some options to be a little bit harder? Maybe, but you know, obviously I haven't 100%ed Odyssey yet. I haven't like beaten Mario vs. Rabbids yet. So, and it is getting a lot harder. Just today I was trying to do some of the like challenge, because I beat the first world, which takes about like 6 hours or something. I beat the first world, and you can go back to it, and there's challenges everywhere, and the challenges were a lot harder than the normal games are. Like the first one, it's not hard in the sense that you'll die, because it's like you have to kill all 15 enemies in 3 turns. So it's not hard that you're gonna die, it's just really kind of difficult to like plan out and figure everything. But, you know, so I haven't gotten super far, so it may get way more challenging. But I do feel like there might be, it could use a little bit more difficulty. But just overall, the Switch has blown my expectations, because I've been known to kind of waste my money a little bit. You know, when I bought the Vive, it was like 800 something that I saved up for a while, and, you know, I don't know if that was necessarily a full waste, but I haven't used it enough to merit $800, you know, along with the price of the games. Are there some games like for it that are spectacular? Yes, like Job Simulator. That's really, really great, but just that experience, I don't know if that's fully worth it. You know, when I first thought I was going to get into Street Fighter, me and my friend bought like $200 fight sticks, and you know, I don't really play fighting games that much, especially anymore, so that was kind of a waste. It's nice to have, but, you know, not enough to merit buying it. But the Switch, I was a little scared at first, but I am so glad I bought it. And the thing is, unlike the Wii U, I bought the Wii U way late, like a year before the Switch came out. So I really bought it at the end of its lifespan, and the lifespan of the Wii U is awful just because of how terrible that console did. But it's really nice for the Switch to be doing as great as it is doing, and to get on, you know, I'm not one of the first people to get it, but I did get it within the first year. And I think there's going to be a very healthy and great lifespan of the Switch because of how great it's doing. And I really look forward to, you know, seeing what Nintendo does, the future, you know, Nintendo games that come out, because we all know you buy Nintendo consoles for the great exclusives. And, you know, sometimes there's cool things like Rocket League that's on a Switch, and you're like, yeah, that is perfect. Play Rocket League on the go. What a great idea. And, you know, sometimes there's that, but you buy a Nintendo console because it's Nintendo, honestly. And I think it's such a great purchase. And if you don't have one, I'd highly recommend it, especially because there's just so many games. You know, the 3 games I have right now, Odyssey is like an adventure platformer, you know, thing. Mario Kart is a kart racing game, and Mario vs. Rabbids Kingdom Battle is like a strategy game. There's so many, you know, Zelda's a open world RPG. There's just so many different games for everyone in the Switch right now, and you don't see that a lot, you know, in the first year of a lot of consoles when they first come out. But overall, I just wanted to spend this TTG show kind of gushing about the Nintendo Switch and just why I like it. If you guys have played any really good games that you really think I should, you know, play or look at with the Nintendo Switch, you know, leave me, you know, let me know in the comments down below. If you guys personally have tried the Switch and you like it or don't like it, you know, whatever your opinions on it, let me know in the comments down below. I love reading all of your guys' stuff. If you enjoyed this video, then consider leaving a like and subscribing to see more. Every Wednesday, I put out something random, whether it's a review or a stupid joke or something. I'm also working on a new series that I'll talk about more in the future. And then every Saturday is the TTG show, obviously, which is what you're watching. And then, like always, guys, see you next time.